We know who we are. We know who we are. Champions of London, champions of England. We know who we are. Listen, I always wondered, why did I support Arsenal from a little child? And now I know why. All of their players are Christians. Most of their players are Christian.
A lot of them,
Have you heard about it, Earth Walker?
Yeah.
That there's a big revival happening at the Arsenal football ground.
I didn't know about like the revival part, but I knew that they had like a prayer room and they were like praying before the matches and stuff like that, and that helps like actually encourage other footballers too. I've seen some other sports around like especially like in America and like UK stuff where they're like they're praying on the field, they'll hold like a Jesus shirt, and sometimes the league tries to penalize them for it and stuff like that. But they had nothing to say about the Muslims when they're doing that halftime break and fasting, which upset a lot of people. But in football, we're seeing especially from some sports stars and stuff lifting up the name of Jesus. And Arsenal, I think, was one of the leading parts of it in their popularity.
Yeah. And I think that's wonderful.
It is.
And did you know, Earth Walker, that many of our football teams were originated from Christianity?
Ooh.
Did you know that?
Tell me about it.
Yes. Well, I think they're going to talk about it on the video we're going to watch in a minute. But many of them had I think Liverpool in particular came from the Methodist. I'm not going to say nothing, guys. But let's switch the screen and watch the video and hear a bit more about what's going on within football and at Arsenal.
Okay.
Arsenal, the champions of the English Premier League, is experiencing a not so quiet Jesus revival. Well, our local British expert, Stephen Briggs, is here with the breaking details. My friend, what can you tell us?
Well, what we've seen at Arsenal this season is a group of players whose Christian faith has become an important source of unity, support, and personal conviction. A number of Arsenal players that are often referred to by fans as the Bible Brothers have spoken openly about praying together, studying the Bible, and encouraging one another in their faith. And among those most commonly associated with the group is Urian Timber, Bukayo Saka, Gabriel Jesus, Eberechi Eze, and Noni Maduka. According to the players themselves, these gatherings aren't about creating divisions within the squad, which sometimes is what is portrayed, but rather they see them as a way of building stronger relationships, supporting one another mentally and spiritually, and maintaining perspective amid the pressures of elite football. Noni Maduka has said that prayer and Bible study help bring the players closer together and strengthen team unity. And Urian Timber, who's been nicknamed Pastor Timber by some of the supporters, has spoken about faith as a way of life and something that brings understanding and unity. And he's shared Bible verses publicly before matches as an expression of his beliefs. Bukayo Saka, who we mentioned earlier, has also been equally open about the role his faith plays in his life. Raised in a Christian family, he has described the Bible as one of the most important possessions he has, and has repeatedly said that his trust in God helps him navigate both success and adversity in his career, of which he's had both while he's been at Arsenal. So this culture that Arsenal appears to be seems that they're one of respect for different faith backgrounds. And while the club doesn't have a club chaplain, former midfielder Mohamed El Neni helped establish a multi-faith prayer room at the Emirates Stadium, reflecting a wider commitment to accommodating players of different beliefs. So this is something that's very, very interesting. Even the manager, Mikel Arteta, has spoken positively about these players meeting for prayer and Bible study. And his view is that when players share deeply held beliefs, it can contribute positively to their well-being, strengthen relationships, and help create a stronger team environment, which I'm sure helped them when they lost to Paris Saint-Germain this weekend.
This is...
That's the thing, though.
Yes.
Hey, they won the Premier League. It did something.
It did something.
Obviously, there's more to prayer than just winning the football. But like, that's what I've been saying, though. I've been saying this. I want more people to be doing this in the different professions.
Yes.
Because one thing I have dealt with harshly with USA concerning was your whole thing on your country. Yes. Your country's banner is "In God We Trust."
Yes.
And it's like, if in God we trust, and you put that on the country itself, that means you should be trusting God's way of doing things in everything.
That's it.
So even when it comes to something that's just, I guess, entertainment, like sports, y'all should be praying and coming together. If it's in God you trust Him like for your household, you trust Him for your life, you should trust Him for your country.
Yes.
So I've always said this. I said, when these senators go into the Senate to hear out these elected people and look at laws, what passes, what fails and stuff. The Christians should be praying together, having fellowship, it shouldn't just be me and my state. The others can screw off. Like, no, you should all be in this together for the sake of your country. I was like, where are them prayers at? But yet you got a bunch of these footballers now doing it. What they call a pastor, which is a great name to have. If they call you pastor, that's a good thing.
Yes.
This is a big deal. And I want to see more people doing this.
It's a big deal. And I'm telling you, right now, I love what's going on at Arsenal. It's not only at Arsenal, it's actually happening at other football teams.
Yes.
And when you're talking about prayer, people are thinking that, we're going to pray to win. No. When you lose also, there's nothing wrong with praying to win, but when you lose also, that relationship that you have with God can put you through that disappointment of defeat, because you're not going to win every match.
No.
So like the gentleman said, they most probably came together after that defeat against in the Champions League against Paris Saint-Germain, and that faith that they have will bring them together to push forward again next year.
And I bet it was those Christians that also lift up the spirit of the other Arsenal players.
Because
you have to remember, there is an irrational high level of hate towards Arsenal.
Yes.
The moment Arsenal lost one time in the Premier League, just lost like one match, the whole of the internet was hoeing them.
Well, I'm starting to understand now, Earthwalker. Sorry for cutting you.
Go on.
What it is, it's obvious.
Yeah.
Anywhere you see good, that's where the enemy lurks.
My goodness.
So because we've got a Christian following now, you know that the enemy is like, okay, I'm going to get everybody to hate them. And that's what's actually happening. Everybody hates Arsenal.
They were hating.
When you are a man of God, even Jesus himself done nothing wrong and they hated him.
He had the most haters.
So, yeah, but then, people we have to just acknowledge that when you're a man of God, expect hate.
One loss, they already have pictures of Arsenal bottles. They're bottling. One loss. And it's even coming from teams who have way longer Premier League droughts. Have you seen the chart showing the Premier League droughts?
Oh, yes.
Manchester United,
13 years.
Chelsea and all this stuff have way bigger droughts.
Without losing.
Their team was doing
winning.
nothing in that Premier League, but they had a lot to say about Arsenal. I said, boy, it's just hate, bro.
Come on, Arsenal. Continue. Convert some of them people in that team as well.
Bring them in, man.
Incredibly exciting, my friend. Over here on the other side of the pond, there's a revival happening in, let's call it the real football, JK. When it comes to American football, people all over the NFL and college football, the name of Jesus is just suddenly everywhere. How exciting is it to have English football join in that? Let me read you an Instagram post that kind of went viral from Urian Timber. He said, "God will use pressure to push purpose into places comfort never would go. As iron sharpens iron, so a friend sharpens a friend." Proverbs 27:17.
I belong to Jesus.
If you're a UK homeowner and your current windows and doors are older than 5 years old, like this.
Now, what's really cool about this is, yes, God's doing an incredible thing in the English Premier League, but this isn't where it started. If you go to the
Oops.
beginning, God has been at work. Can you tell us a little bit of the history?
Yeah, sure. So while Arsenal's success at present is built on talent, hard work and performance on the pitch, the players are saying their faith provides an additional source of identity, resilience and community. But going back in history, football, one might be able to say thank God for football because of the foundations of it actually stem from the church. Aston Villa, 12 different teams. I'm going to rattle through them fairly quickly for your listeners. But Aston Villa was founded by members of the Aston Villa Wesleyan Chapel Bible class who saw a less physical alternative to rugby, establishing a club that later became a leader in league organisation. Barnsley was established by Curate Tiverton Preedy at St Peter's Church to engage local youths and provide a positive outlet in the community, with the church signalling its commitment to the neighbourhood through the team. Birmingham City, this is the third one, that was formed by choristers from Holy Trinity Church, a bunch of singers, as a way to keep fit during the winter for the following cricket season, which was the priority sport at that time of British society, reflecting the era's view of football as recreational, which of course now it's very much professional.
There seems to be a lot of West Midlands team, Aston Villa, Barnsley, that's not West Midlands, is it? But let's continue watching.
Wanderers is another example, and they were rooted in Christchurch, where the vicar promoted the sport as a way to engender Christian character traits like courage and fair play among young men. Everton and Liverpool. Now, these two are a little bit intertwined. They began as a team for the St. Domingo Methodist Chapel Bible class, eventually expanding its name to Everton as it absorbed players from outside the congregation. While Liverpool and Everton used to share a stadium, it was born from a conflict within the Everton committee that led to the formation of a new club at Anfield by John Holding, famously assembling a team of Scottish players known as the Team of the Max. So this is a window into history here. We also have Fulham, and they were founded by Reverend John Henry Cardwell at St Andrew's Church as a way to apply Christian principles within a challenging local parish. Do you see what the origins of this sport were? Was actually to bring the faith into the public space. Manchester City evolved from St Mark's West Gorton Football Club, where cricketers utilised the sport for winter fitness while being supported by a local church president who believed in the value of sport for character building. Now, could Manchester United and the Red Devils be the counterfeit to what Manchester City was seeking to do with having an element of faith in their thing? I'll leave you to decide what your thoughts are on that.
I hear some bias in that reporting.
That is a big thing, you know. Because people always did point out, because that is what Manchester United's thing is. It is a devil with the pitch and everything.
So there could be like a counteraction against Man City.
Because I always wondered this, because they're basically the same. Manchester United, Manchester City.
Yeah, and Manchester United was big for years.
Yes, they
and
were.
And then the blessings came to Man City with all that oil money. And then all of a sudden, they became the big team, even up to today, in Manchester.
Yeah, you can't ignore Manchester City. You can't ignore them. This, again, just shows, this is like, because normally, I don't care about history. I find it boring. But there's some things in history that is mad interesting, especially when it comes to Christianity. You know how basically like some people say Christianity is the grandfather of science?
Yes.
And we have orphanages because of Christianity. We have a lot of schools and stuff and education because of Christianity.
Yes.
And like, you know, like the science and the hospitals. So many hospitals were built by Christians and stuff like that. And like, look at the name, St. Mary's there, St. Joseph's there, St. Matthew's there. So like,
and schools.
And schools, for sure. They were the biggest source. They were the biggest source of education for a long period of time. And now, we technically have maybe football because of Christianity?
Well,
can you say that?
Did you hear what the gentleman said? Most of these football teams come from Christianity. We underestimate Christianity, you know, and what Christianity has done for this country. Not only the country, the world.
Because football is so like everywhere, like Brazil playing their football. You see Jamaica playing ball and grass and all this kind of stuff.
And it all stems from the church.
Once again.
So
say something, atheists.
Come on.
You atheists didn't bring football like that for real.
Yeah, say something.
Yeah, say something.
I'm listening.
Oh, I'm right there. I'll be in the comments. I'm right there.
It's all quiet over there, isn't it?
No, for real. Quiet. The more time goes on, the more you learn about what literally Christianity has done. Like, people used to give birth, like, on their beds in their houses, and had the maids and people that helped them through the time. We got these hospitals and stuff going on. Who's behind this? It wasn't the atheists. The pioneers of the scientific revolution were all Christians.
That is
no atheists on that.
Yeah, that's right.
And now we got football. Everybody loves football. It's the most popular thing. These football stars become millionaires because of football. Christians.
Listen, guys, we're not going to stay on this video too long. We're going to cut it there. But if you want to watch the rest of that video, go over to CBN News. It's very interesting.
Oh, it is.
About listening where footballs come from.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I heard a little thing. I heard about it, but I didn't really know the in-depth thing about it. You know what I'm saying? So it's an amazing story, man.
Aston Villa, they said Barnsley. Oh, Barnsley, sorry. Barnsley, Manchester City, Fulham,
Liverpool, all the top teams. Arsenal.
You know what
I mean? I didn't hear nothing about Tottenham. Maybe that's why they're so rubbish. maybe they you know. They were saying they got a curse. They got a curse on their pitch, man. They better get some of the Arsenal supporters, fans, to come down there and pray for them.
They need to start praying.
Yeah.
Turn to Jesus.
So I am telling you, man. I really enjoy my football. I really enjoy it, and for me to hear these stories that our players at Arsenal nearly half the team
It feels like it, yeah.
are Christians, man. It's just really a joy for me to listen. So anyway, people, I know you're watching, but you're not saying nothing. And we're not going to stop saying something until you say something.
Oh.
So if you don't like us pointing in your face like this, right, make a comment, all right?
Yeah,
Because
that's
we
right.
know you're watching.
Ain't nothing you can do about it.
God bless you. Have a good day.